So, is it time to save Harley Davidson from themselves? You know, the Bud Light thing is really heating up. The brand is really going downhill fast. Target just got crushed. They lost $12 billion in a week. That's just some mothers with children who got irate at the trans stuff they're selling children in Target. And they're winning that. Maybe there's some things we can do about Harley Davidson's wokeness. You know, I think it's important to understand the big picture of what's really going on here. I did a video a while back called this Harley Davidson being blackmailed. Of course they are, but so is every other corporation in the world, from the ESG scores, the DEI scores, and the banks holding them hostage. But somewhere up over here, maybe, I'll have a list of hundreds of companies in the world who proclaim that they're woke, and there's probably another list or two of people who don't want to be identified as woke, but are. And among those is, well, Harley and Anheuser-Busch. But to understand what's really going on, there's a company called BlackRock, and you may as well have a pyramid of those companies, and BlackRock at the top. Their net worth is somewhere around half the gross domestic product of the U.S., so these people are very influential. If they don't own the companies, they own the banks. And they're pretty much going to own the world soon, and they're really into real estate. Even I was surprised when one of their subsidiaries called me and just offered me cash for the house. And they're doing that everywhere. But there's a lot of things we can't do about some companies, but what about the companies we care about? Well, Harley Davidson, we might be able to learn from Bud Light and maybe use a couple of things to get their attention. I owned a business for years. I understand how this stuff works, corporations and who answers to who. And Rodney in the Ozarks had a really good video on this. Mike explained a few things. But it's true, we are not Harley Davidson's customers. The dealers are. And of course we're the dealers' customers. So maybe we can put some pressure on these dealers to put pressure on Harley Davidson. Now, I don't want to hurt the dealers. I think we can squeeze them a little bit, and I think there's ways that we can send Harley a message. I think the first thing is, don't buy a new bike right now. Buy a year-old bike. It's still going to help the dealer out. You want to support the dealers if you can, unless the dealers are, you know, being woke and they're not treating you well. But I think most dealers are okay, and we don't want to see those dealers go down. We just want to send Harley a message because we care about Harley Davidson. It's a brand that most of us, you know, have been with. We love the brand. We hate to see it go where it's going. There's another thing we can do that won't hurt the dealers, is that find some other financing. I know Harley Davidson makes a lot of money in their financing. Go buy a bike cash or use another financing company. That'll really send a message. The other thing we can do is buy something really used and use the aftermarket. You know, Harley Davidson has, they've just sprung this aftermarket with hundreds of companies. You can actually build your own bike on the parts that are out there. It's amazing. I don't think there's any other company in the world that does that has so many loyal aftermarket companies that just build parts for their bikes. It's a relationship I don't think I've seen anywhere else in the world. And it really helps support both. So we can do that. We can also go to these rallies. You know, the 120th anniversary is coming up, and we need to say something. We've got Green Day there, which Wow, you can't have a more woke, hate America band than Green Day. Stuff like that needs to stop. Now Harley Davidson just put their logo on a Bud can. Well, they're trying to help out Bud, because not only is Bud Light losing revenue and money just hand over fist, the other brands are starting to feel the hit too. So Harley's trying to help them out. But I don't think that's going to work. It's not going to bring the Bud brand up. It's going to bring Harley down. So what do we do as individuals? I'm just a small channel. If y'all could share this video, we should get the word out that there's little things that we can do to help Harley out. I just hate to see the brand go away. And not that they might be too big to go away right now, but we don't want to see it heading down a road that we don't want. You know, I've got other companies that Mrs. Geezer and I are just not supporting. But we can start with Harley Davidson. And I'm not going to buy a new bike in the near future. I'm spending a lot of money in the S&S and some of the support stuff. I don't really need another bike. But think about it. Think of the things that you might be able to do. Put your thoughts in the comments, and let me see what you think. Go ahead and share this video. Let's see if we can't get the word out. Let's save Harley Davidson.